again to this channel. Literally just uploaded a video prior to this so I look exactly the same because I did a double feature today. If you did not watch my other one before, I just did a review on Monkey Man, so go check that out. We are reviewing today The First Omen. I give it a hell yes, and I give it a 4.5 stars out of 5. This review, I'm gonna be upfront. I'm gonna say this is mainly gonna be spoilers. So I'll quickly say something is non-spoiler wise. First of all, Arkasha Stevenson, this was your directorial debut. Fantastic. I love this horror movie. I literally was just questioning if horror was back. And I was like, ugh, is it? And now I'm like, is horror back? I'm not getting my hopes up. However, Arkasha Stevenson, you have given me hope. I think this is a very good prequel, especially for a story or like a film that's already so well known. You just kind of have to bring it up and make it bigger and also make it cohesive and still along with the lore and everything. And they did a good job, in my opinion. Nelfree, amazing actress as Margaret. You were fantastic. Cinematography, beautiful. Score, sound, amazing. Oh my god. Everything was just what I expect and what I love about horror films. It's not a perfect story, but it's damn near close. The pacing, and it just felt right. It's a little slow in the beginning, but then it like really starts piquing your interest once things start going. Fantastic directorial debut. I think this is a film that you should go in completely blind. Usually I'm a person that doesn't go in blind, so for me to say that, go in blind, I think it's something that will make your skin crawl. It's really creepy. It's a really creepy horror movie. That's when you know that it's good horror film, in my opinion. That's all I'm gonna say for non-spoiler wise. If you've seen it, let me know what you think below. If you think it lives up to its predecessor of The Omen, if you think it's a good prequel or not. So I will see you in the next review or the next video, whichever you watch, and I hope you guys have a good one. Okay, we gotta talk spoilers. First of all, I'm just going straight into it. They took a scene from my favorite horror film, Possession, and literally put it in this, basically. Oh my god. Okay, so in Possession, I'm spoiling Possession, so if you didn't see Possession, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling it for you. But there's a scene in the subway, you might have seen it on the internet, where the actress Isabelle Adjani, which I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but she's in the subway and she's going crazy, slamming her body against the wall, throwing the milk, blah blah blah, going screaming, you know, hitting, like slamming, and then like this motion and everything, like and then she like ends up on the floor and is like and you just see pus and liquid and blood oozing out of her orifices and her down there Neverland forest region, insinuating a miscarriage. Well, they did that in this, and that scene in Possession is my favorite scene in cinema, probably of all time. I think it's haunting, I think it's beautiful, and I think it's just insanely done. Acting brilliant, and I can't even imagine how draining that was. Anyway, in The First Omen, after we discover that Margaret is indeed the one pregnant with the new Antichrist, aka Damien, they try to get her to a doctor, car crash, blah blah blah. She gets out, and then all of a sudden, that's when we start getting the same like movement, you know, where she's like, and like possessed, basically, convulsing, and oh my god, Nell did a fantastic job. Oh, if you're gonna compare it, she like one-on-one, shake hands, or do the meme of the grabbing hands together, because beautifully acted. It is gonna be in my head. She acted, I don't want to say it's a miscarriage scene, it's more of the baby is being born in her stomach. It had the same thing. It had the liquid. It was literally the same, like oozing liquid of blood and white looking stuff. I was gonna say something, but I don't think it's appropriate. It was probably my favorite scene. I needed to throw it out there. As soon as I saw it, I literally went, the Leonardo meme of like, that's from Possession. I think it's a smart idea. Even if it really wasn't like taken from Possession or inspired from Possession, it still is relatable to it, and I love that. This story is fucking insane, okay? I loved it. If you don't like body horror, I probably wouldn't recommend this because there's a lot. Body horror. I love it. I loved it. That was insane. It was insane and creepy and made my skin crawl, and that's everything that I want. I gotta talk about a few scenes. Number one, the hand, the creature's hand after the girl is giving birth in the hospital room, and you see the creature's hand physically coming out of the hoo-ha down there, the forest Netherland region. You don't see that often in films. This film was going to have an NC-17 rating, and I think they had to appeal it 5 times to get it down to an R rating, which I need to know, what were they thinking? What were they putting in there that was so NC-17 that, can you release a director's cut, please? Please? Because I need to know. I need to see Stevenson full vision, because that was like hot. That shot alone was creepy and unnerving. The next one that was insanely well done, which, can I just say, I don't ever want to smile again as I'm smiling, because anyway, smiling, they did a lot of smiling in this film. I thought of the movie Smile, and I'm like, they're making Smile too. After this one, like after the First Omen, I'm gonna need Smile 2 to have even creepier smiles, because the smiles in this make me never want to smile again. Which, thank God I have resting bitch face, because oh my god. That is so creepy. There's a nun there who is very attached to the little girl, and you could tell she knows, the whole nunnery knows what the hell they're doing there, obviously, but this one knew. Like, she could tell what was happening and was obviously talking to the little girl. She was just a creepy ass nun. Her smile was just so unnerving. And then when she killed herself, I was just like, I didn't expect it to, oh, she was gonna do it, lighting herself on fire and then hanging herself. Holy shit, that was intense. I was just like, oh. And then when Margaret gets locked into the room later, into the naughty room, and we see, I'm gonna say, vision of her coming towards Margaret, all burnt, and then like her permanent smile and her giggling. Haunting. Usually I'll say our horror films do cheap jump scares or cheap scares in general. All the scares and chills in this did not feel cheap, did not feel unwarranted, and they were built up perfectly, in my opinion, and they were shown just the right amount. Not too much, not too little. When I say not too much, not too little, I'm talking also about the creature, at the end, the thing that gets her pregnant. We don't see what it looks like. We see a shadow figure, basically, of it the entire time until the very end, when everything is burning down, and we see not even like a clear picture. You kind of get an idea of what kind of creature, abomination thing it is. And it's even more harrowing to even think that thing got her pregnant. Ugh. I'm sorry. I would have killed that baby if I was her. I know I would. Damien. I just like that they didn't like overshow the creature, basically, is what I'm getting at. I loved it. I just loved it, man. This film, it had everything. So that's all I have for the review, basically. Let me know if you saw it and what your thoughts were. If you think that it lives up to it, if it's a good success for its predecessor, or your thoughts about the film just in general. I don't know what the next review is, but thank you for watching. As always, leave a comment, like, follow, subscribe, all that. If you want to stay up to date, links are in my link tree, and as always, I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys have a good one. Bye. I have 2 crazy cats I gotta go deal with.